there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Real Housewives of Atlanta. Today we are talking Kandi is concerned about her alleged $2 million Real Housewives of Atlanta check being in limbo. She was asked on a live, what is the status of Real Housewives of Atlanta? When is it coming back? Kandi is now, after defending Bravo for all of these years, defending it all, saying there's no racism, saying there's no issues, saying there's no problems at Bravo, is now telling Bravo that they're tripping because she has not heard anything regards to her $2 million salary, in regards to her to continue to put out content on Speak On It, specifically about the behind the scenes in her narrative that she pushes as to what is taking place on the show. So let's take a listen as to what she has to say on this lives, and then we will react, you guys.
Ooh, just ask any tea on RHOA you can share with us. Other than they still haven't told everybody who they bring back. Yeah, they over here, they being real tripping. Because they act like people don't have a life. People got lives around here. We got to make plans for other things.
Yes. And Randy says, Kandi, please tell us you'll be a part of the new cast for RHOA. They are still working on the new cast, so I can't tell you anything. I would love to be able to tell you something, but I can't right now.
Kandi is acting as though her life depends on this Real Housewives of Atlanta check, as if she is not a multimillionaire and has a ton of businesses. She knows this is the easiest check that she has because she has not given us a storyline in ages, you guys. She is not giving us a storyline and since really the fallout of Phaedra, with her friendship with Phaedra. Really, that's the last time that we've had anything of significance. Other than that, it has been the same regurgitated storylines of Todd feeling neglected because Kandi has a million jobs, of her kids feeling neglected because they never see her, and all of these other things. And then her mom, fighting her battles and all of the things, you guys. We've had the same song and dance for several seasons now, and now it's to the point these quote-unquote alliances are utilized to essentially attack other housewives if you are not aligned with Kandi. And people are over it, you guys. People are over it. So either one or two things are taking place. The reason Kandi has not heard back from Bravo is either because she is not coming back, or they're still finalizing the cast. Real talk, if they really want to get some viewership back, they really need to bring back Portia and Nene. If we're keeping it a buck, regardless if you like them or not, they are made for reality TV in terms of their personality, in terms of, their wittiness and all of the things, and making you chuckle at something, even if it's completely dumb. There was just a lightheartedness that we are missing from the show. A lot of things are just dark right now, like either you're my friend or you're my enemy. The cast does not like each other whatsoever, and concoct these little schemes to ice out each other or not be around each other most of the season, and it's just lame. It is just lame. I could see them bringing back Kenya before I could see them bringing back Kandi, because at least Kenya has a storyline. She has a divorce that is finally finalized with her ex-husband. Perhaps we could see her, finally moving on and dating. I know there's rumors she's talking about potentially having another child. There's things to do with Kenya, as well as her spa opening and all of the things. There's things that we can talk about as far as Kenya's storyline goes, and she has been begging for Portia to come back because that's her sparring partner when it is all said and done. And I'm sure she wants to go in on Portia regarding her marriage to Simon and the timeline and the sort. So nonetheless, but I always felt that the cast needed to be revamped a very long time ago. I still stand by that we needed a closure conversation between Kandi and Phaedra, even if Phaedra wasn't coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, because I felt like the show is still on a pause from that. the show has been stagnant since that. And that's the piece that I don't think people understand. It's fine if Kandi and Phaedra are never friends again, never talk again or whatever, even though Kandi has admitted that they have seen each other at various events in Atlanta, because Atlanta is this big, and have at least kept it cordial to an extent. However, you know, I think this would have moved the show along a lot better. Because, you know, Portia, of course, got the brunt of what Phaedra should have got in terms of the backlash. Her not being on the show actually worked out to her favor, because she didn't really have to deal with the fallout and the aftermath of everything. But I felt just one conversation with Kandi, one last opportunity, if Phaedra was going to own anything or not or whatever, that would have concluded the storyline. That would have concluded, you know, what was left of the friendship or what have you. What was the rationale as to why Phaedra did what she did, if she was going to own up to it, if she was going to take accountability, and whether or not she was, we could put a bow on it and be done. But the problem is, since that never took place, and since it was, you know, a rotation of these different housewives, bringing back old housewives and giving us no new storylines, like, it was just a lot. And then ultimately giving Marlo a peach for what? Like, it's just a lot of foolishness that's taking place. And if the rumors are true that the executive producer of Real Housewives of Potomac and Real Housewives of Atlanta is also fired, then there might be even a longer delay. There might be a much longer delay than what we have right now if they are really trying to retool. I think finally Bravo is paying attention to the comments that are dragging them, that this is not the entertainment that we want to see. We do not want to see a group of women who hate each other, who cannot get along for the sake of filming a reality show. Make it make sense. Everybody is, you know, taking everything so personally now. Everybody is concerned about their followers on Instagram and playing to the fans on Twitter instead of just being themselves and being authentic, which is why they amassed the popularity they did in the first place. And forget about the cameras. Forget about what your edit looks like on your YouTube channel. Like, forget about all of the other foolishness that has nothing to do with the show. And that's where we've lost it. And that's what Karen from Real Housewives of Potomac, she understands. And what she's trying to do is trying to facilitate multiple group outings, continuing to facilitate everybody to communicate with each other. But the problem is these women, you know, they hold so many grudges, and when you hold the grudges and us as a viewer are expected to tune in between 20 to 30 episodes a season, and you're not interacting with most of the cast, you only want to film with one or two people, you only want to film group scenes when it's the cast trip and the season premiere and the finale taping, that's not fun for us. The whole point of Housewives is it's an ensemble cast. No one person is bigger than the show. No one person should feel entitled enough or queen bee enough to just say, you know what, I'm too good for the rest of you. That's what happened with some of these housewives that ended up getting fired or ended up having to move on from the show once they started acting Hollywood and started acting as though they were too good for a Bravo check instead of thinking of it as a supplemental check and an additional way to expand their income and their resources, and then have to come crawling back to Bravo when it's all said and done to try to make fetch happen. But the show needs a complete revamp, you guys. We can't move forward with the same cast that we've been having the past few seasons because it's not entertaining. And even some of the vets, if you're not going to bring it, why should we champion for you to come back? If you are going to go ahead and give us nothing, but then give us more material on your YouTube channel than you give us on the show, or utilize other people to, you know, push your agenda through so that you look like you are throwing rocks and hiding your hands. Like, we have to keep it a buck for what is taking place. And this extended break, I think, ultimately is going to be good because it is going to force people to actually live their lives. It is actually going to force people that they're going to have to change their approach in the event that they are asked back to the show, that this is do or die for them. that they're going to have to give us something if they think their same tactics of alliances and trying to ice people out of the show is going to be a thing again, that this isn't going to work. It is not going to work. So I am fine with however long of a hiatus Real Housewives of Atlanta needs. I think they should do the same to Real Housewives of Potomac if we're keeping it a buck. Because the foolishness going on in this season where Robin doesn't want to talk to people, or if she does, she like yells at them instead of yelling at her husband, and then this icing out of Candace is not making any sense, because ultimately you like her when she has beef with other housewives you don't like, such as Monique, but when it is time, when you've gotten rid of all the other housewives and now it's time to actually interact with her, you act like she doesn't exist. No. I do not mind, like I said, Bravo can take as long as they can for all of my concern. I mean, you have to, get back to the basics, you guys. You have to get to the basics as to what made Atlanta the #1 housewife show on Bravo. And, as of now, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills are the new darlings of the Real Housewives franchises at Bravo. And even to an extent, they are trying to push Real Housewives of Potomac more than Atlanta. But ultimately, this ice out and only filming scenes with certain people and only interacting with certain people on a show where you're supposed to share your life with everybody and you're supposed to be an ensemble is not working long term. And then everybody wants to have a podcast on the side. Everybody wants to have a YouTube channel on the side where they're giving more of themselves on the YouTube channel and on the podcast and on their Patreons than they are during actual filming, which is a slap in the face to the actual fans. So there is that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of Kandi? Worried about her $2 million Bravo check? Because she has not heard anything as far as when they're going to pick back up filming of the show and the next season. Has not heard anything definite about who the final cast is going to be, or even if she's even coming back. Talking about that she is alive and that Bravo is tripping, and all of these other things. But what do you think? Do you think Kandi is coming back? And if she is, are you excited for her to come back? And when do you think we'll hear something in regards to Real Housewives of Atlanta? I think honestly they need like a year off, because they like I said, we need new material, we need new energy, and we need to integrate like some new life into the show. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.